Hello and welcome to Music Scene SD TV's third episode, brought to you by EnterTalk.net and Local Umbrella Media, who handles the publishing side of things. We're going to get right into the news, although I do want to mention that today's guest, you can see in just a few moments, the wonderful Skyler Lutes from Pacific Records. In our first bit of news, classical fans are going to love this, Balboa Park's Organ Pavilion is back. Starting July 4th, music fans will be able to check out concerts by civic organist Raul Prieto Ramirez. That day's show, being the 4th of July and all that, is going to feature a selection of songs by John Philip Sousa and other patriotic numbers. Other shows will be classically themed and will also include light rock classics that are also classically themed. But either way, if you're into free music, it's one of San Diego's finest traditions. Balboa Park, Organ Pavilion, 2 p.m. Sundays. Don't miss it. In other news, jazz fans may want to check out a series of concerts called Jazz at the Athenium, taking place at, as you probably guessed it, the Athenium. Promoted by Daniel Atkinson, shows include on July 10th, the Larry Goldings Quartet, on July 31st, Jaime Valle and Equinox, on August 7th, the Jeff Hamilton Trio, and on August 14th, the Joshua White Nightstone Trio. If you're a fan of jazz, the Athenium is one of the best places to listen to music. This is not a bar, it's not a restaurant, it's a library. So listening is the primary occurrence there. If you're a fan of jazz, this is the spot to catch him. And in particular, Joshua White, he's a legend. You got to check him out. Best piano player in town. San Diego seems to be going through a resurgence of 80s bands right now. And by that, I don't mean people playing new wave music or whatever, but a lot of people who released music or recorded demos back in the day are seeing them released now to great acclaim. And the latest one is Steve Rosenbaum, a singer-songwriter power pop player whose new album, 79 to 89, Have a Cool Summer, has just been put out on vinyl. So if you're into power pop, home demos, quirky rock, Steve Rosenbaum's new album is definitely worth checking out. In live concert music news, Whitney Shea will be celebrating the release of her album Stand Up at the Music Box on July 16th with opening act The Sleepwalkers. This is the third attempt to have a CD release party for Whitney, so we're hoping it all goes right. But this album, which is up for Album of the Year at the San Diego Music Awards, is a worthy addition to any blues fans collection. In other new release news, Super Buffet, led by Pete Bayard, is releasing a new album, self-styled Super Buffet, on July 16th with a special show at the Black Cat Bar. Hiroshima Mockingbirds will be opening. You don't want to miss a second of. Both bands are incredible. You can't miss it. You can tell things are starting to get back to normal post-COVID because the second biggest party of the year in San Diego is happening July 28th through August 1st at the Town & Country Hotel. Yep, I'm talking about Tiki Oasis. Everything Tiki, it's got a great vibe, and the bands this year, as usual, are phenomenal. You've got the Nashville Ramblers, the Amalgamated, El Vez, the Tourmaliners, the Blue Hawaiians, and even Alvino and the Dwells, who you hear every week with the theme to this show. Be sure to check this out. This is the second best party of the year. Tickets go real fast. You don't want to miss this. And finally, we here at MusicSceneSD would like to extend our best wishes to Mark Hoppus of Blink-182 for a quick and speedy recovery. While we're at it, I want to point out that Music Scene SD TV is not only online, it's also available in print. Be sure to pick up a copy wherever with newsstands and so on and so forth. Definitely Rock and Roll San Diego carries it, but it's definitely well worth the read. And for all you musicians that happen to be in it, this looks great on your refrigerator with a little magnet. Pick up a copy. Hello and welcome back to Music Scene SD TV, the show where we take an in-depth look at San Diego's music community. So, we're going to start this episode off with a name that you may not have heard, but has certainly been in the background of the music community here for a while, doing shows at Navajo Live, et cetera, et cetera. And we're talking to Emily Bartell here. Hi, Emily. How's it going?
Hi.
Doing okay?
Doing good.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Now, you're involved beyond things like Navajo Live and putting things online and working with all kinds of bands. You're also involved with the San Diego Music Awards, I hear.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the show this year. When is it? Where is it? What's going on there? How do people vote?
Okay.
Why should they vote?
Well, to start with, this is the 30th anniversary of the San Diego Music Awards. So
That's impressive.
Really exciting year. And the show is going to be going back to Humphreys for the first time in I don't know how many years. Do you know how many years it's been since it's been at Humphreys?
It's been a while, yeah. So we'll just go with a while.
A while.
Yeah.
So we are going back to Humphreys, and it will be on Tuesday, August 24th.
7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. And we have a wonderful lineup, surprise lineup, which everybody will enjoy. Voting. Yes, everybody should be voting right now. Vote every single day. Go to the San Diego Music Awards
Right.
and get your votes in. We'll be tallying votes through July 31st.
And I want to point out that you don't have to be from San Diego to vote. It doesn't hurt, but you
Correct.
don't have to be. And you can vote
Correct.
once a day. You don't have to vote for the same person every day, although that would seem kind of weird. But
You might
but
want
yes, we just would hope that you would participate, particularly because the funds raised from the San Diego Music Awards go to the Guitars in School program. So we're basically putting music back into children's hands, which is a win-win for everybody. Music just helps across the board with everything from getting along with others to understanding math. It's all logic. So it's a very, very important thing.
And we're getting a lot more schools interested in having guitar back in the schools. So music back in the schools. With the pandemic being over, kids, we have a lot more people who want to play music.
Excellent, excellent. Now, will you be doing more shows at the Navajo once things open up next month? Or
we're actually going to be doing new programming there. We're going to be, sadly, a number of places have had to close during the pandemic. And so we are wanting to open our doors for those musicians to be able to have a new place to come. We're going to be starting a blues jam on Wednesday nights. And then on Sundays, I'm starting a new format. We're actually, Jeff Berkeley and the band will be resident artists for the second Sunday of every month. And then another thing, I will be bringing back my my singer-songwriter showcase that I was doing Nashville Round Robin before the pandemic for a while, and we'll be bringing that back. But we will also be having once a month Troubadour Night.
Oh, very nice.
And what we'll be doing is our featured artist will be whoever was the featured article or cover of Troubadour magazine. And I've been working with Liz Abbott on that. And I am proud to say that today, actually, I'm writing for the Troubadour now, and I wrote the featured article for this month on Dave Preston. And Dave Preston will be our first featured artist at Navajo Live on June 27th.
Excellent, excellent. Now let me ask, how if somebody wants to play one of your venues or one of your gigs, because you're going to be doing more than just Navajo Live, obviously.
Right, I do Humphreys as well.
Okay, how do people reach out to you to play? What kind of music are you looking for?
Well, it's really my criteria for each venue is very different. Like I was saying, we're doing blues on Wednesdays, and Sundays we're actually going to start doing cover charges. And I'm for Sundays I'm looking for Americana, folk, acoustic, band, solo, duo, trio for Sundays, and we will be doing a cover charge at Navajo Live for Sundays. As for the Fridays and Saturdays, that is dance bands. That is cover dance bands haven. As for Humphreys, that's a different story. I have major criteria on that you have to have a good following, and we can't go with very large bands, but I wouldn't see a death metal band, for example. You
Not
definitely
no, that
exactly
at
no.
Humphreys.
We're at Humphreys. We're more blues rock, dance bands. That's the thing.
What's on Shelter Island, a touristy location by default,
right?
At a hotel resort, so touristy stuff goes over the best, I would imagine.
And then I'm also starting to book solo, duo, and trio acts for a place in La Jolla, Nautilus Tavern.
What I'm getting from this conversation basically is that you book a lot of places, and people need to get a hold of Emily Bartell if they want to play around town. So this is definitely somebody you want to talk to. She's involved with the music awards and a whole lot of other stuff around town. Now, this is actually the perfect segue to bring aboard a San Diego Music Award nominated artist for this year, Mr. Skyler Lutes, who I believe is sitting right over here. If you'll just make his way over to the comfy couch, we'll chat for a smidge here. Ladies and gentlemen, Skyler Lutes. How's it going? Good to see you.
How you doing? How's it going, Emily? How's it going?
Good to see you.
Okay, the first thing I've got to say is, what happened to the beard?
Oh man, I shaved it. I grew it for credibility because I wasn't getting enough in the San Diego scene, and maybe every music scene I've been in lately. So I just feel like I grew a full beard just to show people I'm actually 32 years old. And I've been doing this for like 15 years or more. And this is the first year I've gotten a nomination, so I think it worked.
Well, you've been playing a lot of gigs up north, right? Orange County and stuff. How's that going?
Yeah, so lately, since COVID's been happening, none of San Diego's been open. There's been like barely any venues open. So, you know, as a touring musician, we have to take it to where the places are to go. We got to take it to where it's happening. So we had to go up to Orange County, and we've been playing a bunch in Orange County, and we did like a whole tour. And we did a pretty good social distance tour to Florida and back actually recently. So yeah, we've been trying to like hit the shows and hit the road, you know, as hard as we can.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, considering that, you know, there's still stuff going on, how was the tour received?
It was really good, actually. We had a lot of outside tables with masks on, and I mean, every show we played was outside. So I think that was, you know, of course, important. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was received really well because people were missing live music so bad, you know, so.
And so what category are you nominated for this year? I'm sorry, there's so many.
It's best local recording.
Best local recording.
Yeah,
So now I got to ask you, the cap actually reminded me of this. Now before,
that's my phone.
Yeah, well, at least it didn't ring, right? So
Yeah,
that's a different phone error there. So what's the name of your new album? It's
so the new album is called Rewind.
Rewind, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you should have remembered that. However, just before Rewind came out, you put out a different album.
Oh, right.
Okay, Blue, which is what reminded me of the cap. What inspired you to? This gentleman did a cover album of Weezer's Blue album.
Right. I did the entire Weezer Blue album, and yeah, they've been a big influence in my whole career, and like the guitar solos and the way he sings, and pretty much the Blue album I've been covering like my whole life with some of my best friends, and so it was an opportunity to kind of dive back into my childhood roots and kind of be like, hey, this is where I grew up from, and this is why my reggae songs sound so rock and roll, you know. So
totally makes sense. That's awesome. That's awesome. So now that actually dovetails nicely into the next question, which is, you know, I mean, there's so much music to play. You could have again done death metal, you could have done puppet shows, but you chose reggae. So what drew you to reggae?
Well, I mean, puppet shows were on my mind for a long time. No, I'm kidding. But reggae, I chose reggae because growing up at the beach town, I'm from Ocean Beach, and growing up in the town of Ocean Beach, I mean, a lot of my local heroes were Slightly Stupid. Some of the other smaller ones were like bands like Homegrown, who were like small San Diego bands who I was really looking up to at the time. And they played a lot of ska, and Buck 09 was another really big one I looked up to at the time. Their song My Town really was like one of the first hits I was like inspired by. And
great song.
They're a great San Diego band, and I was always looking up to them like, oh man, they wrote a song about our hometown, and all these songs had a ska or reggae upstroke to them type of deal. So it was something I really wanted to incorporate into my songs and my music, being from Ocean Beach. You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what have you got coming up over the next year? What's next?
Well, next weekend we head to Scottsdale to play with my buddy Kyle Smith, who's like One Love guy who does a bunch of stuff around town, and the Irie also. So just a couple reggae bands. But for the rest of the year, we're going to drop a new album, a full-length new album. All recorded at my house, of course. I have a little studio.
It's a great studio, actually. It's a very good studio.
Thank you.
Yes.
I try to keep it a secret, you know, but some know, some don't, you know, so... but anyway, so yeah, we're putting that out, and I'm yet to title the album, but there's features from a lot of the local reggae artists and some unlocal reggae artists. So we got a little bit of mix of everybody around.
That's cool. Which label?
We're on Pacific Records now.
Okay, so that Brian Whitcomb was here earlier saying very nice things. So that's going to be really,
Brian.
really cool.
Brian's my man. Brian from Pacific Records.
Do you do any cover songs in your sets, or is it all originals?
No, we do some covers. We keep the Sublime covers flowing. Actually yesterday we were just in Huntington Beach, and we were playing Sea Legs for Memorial Day weekend, and it was lit, and we were literally playing like Sublime covers, and we'd throw in a 311 cover, like Love Song, Love Song, but the reggae version that 311 does. And so we have a bunch of different covers we like to throw in. And of course Weezer, as you were mentioning before, we threw in a Weezer cover to Say It Ain't So, Sweater Song, My Name Is Jonas, a couple of those.
People love those songs.
Beautiful old classic pieces,
Well, you mentioned cutting off your beard a moment ago, to see if it would make things better for you. But how do you feel about the San Diego music community? What do you...
Man, I love our scene. I do. I love our scene. And I mean, a lot of the open mics took me from singer-songwriter where I was to where I am today, and they helped me cut my teeth and become where I am now. And I mean, I'll be forever grateful for like what, San Diego has given me in terms of the open mic scene. I think that singer-songwriter scene here in San Diego is one of the strongest scenes I have seen in any city in the whole U.S., to be honest. It is really special. Yeah. So I have if you come to San Diego, make sure to be a part of the singer-songwriter scene.
Well, we do have, across the board, beautiful. I feel we have a very inviting scene anyway. Everybody's very helpful and things like that. I do have to say, talking about the singer-songwriter scene, that we're very sad about the closure of Lutes. Which is
and PB Cantina.
Oh my god, huge blows. Oh my but Lestats in particular, that's huge. So shout out to Louis at Lestats. Thank you for everything. We hope that you are going to do great, and I'm sure you will.
Exactly.
Place definitely will be missed.
Definitely.
But in the meantime, totally. We're going to keep making great music. Definitely. Skyler here's got a new album coming out later on this year, as yet untitled. His album Rewind is up for Best Local Recording at the San Diego Music Awards 30th Annual, August 24th at Humphreys Concerts by the Bay. You want to be there to see if you won. So, I mean, we're going to be there to see if you won.
I'm going to try so hard to win this thing, man. Come on, guys. Vote for me.
Vote. You can vote every day from anywhere in the world. So please do. We're going to have Skyler do a song for us in just a second. Thank you so much for watching MusicSceneSD TV. Hello and welcome once again to MusicSceneSD TV's Cool Stuff Gadget Corner extravaganza. This episode, I want to point out a book that's been out for a couple of years, but it's an essential addition to any music fan's collection. And it's 50 years, 50 bands, $50, Wayne Riker. Wayne Riker is an acclaimed guitarist, had columns in Guitar Player, etc., all kinds of magazines over the years. One of San Diego's stellar lights that has gone on to influence generations of musicians. So this book is widely available and an essential read to anybody that wants to know about touring life and just what life is like for a musician just in general.
Hey, and didn't he win an award for music in 2017?
Absolutely, he did. By the way, this is Michelle Palermo, seamstress for the band. She makes costumes and things for musicians and plays and all that kind of things. And yes, Michelle, you are correct. He did win an award in 2017. See, she got it right. San Diego Music Awards Lifetime Achievement Award winner. So if he's got a brand new album, Beatles A to Z, which specializes in Lennon McCartney and Harrison songs. Be sure to pick that up. But in the meantime, this book, 50 Years, 50 Bands, $50 by Wayne Riker, an essential read. Welcome back to MusicSceneSD TV. We're here with Skyler Lutes, a nominee for this year's San Diego Music Awards in the category of Best Local Recording. He's going to be treating us to a version of the title track for his nominated album, Rewind. Take it away, Skyler.
Thanks, Bart. Dark and tan skin, yeah, I made you mine. Loving it with you in the summertime. Yeah, I say what I want, say what you need. Drinking by the beach, can't help it, I love her. Said I'll be looking back on this summer when I'm with you, no need to rewind. I love to watch the days go by. When I'm with you, feel it inside. I know good love is hard to find. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you, I love to watch the days go by. Listen and watch the days go by. Five on as warm as the trade winds blow, and take you back from the scene. Just get away from all we know. Always better together. I found what I'm searching for. She's the one, yeah, I know it. I never felt like this before. When I'm with you, no need to rewind. I love to watch the days go by. When I'm with you, feel it inside. I know good love is hard to find. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you, I love to watch the days go by. To sit and watch the days go by. I never felt this way. Lock me down, let's live it up, and let's just run away. I never felt this way. Lock me down, let's live it up, and let's just run away. Dark and tan skin, I made you mine. Love hanging with you in the summertime. Say what I want, say that's what you need. Drinking by the beach, can't help it, I love her. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. When I'm with you. I love to watch the days go by. And sit and watch the days go by. Thanks, guys.
Skyler Lutes, everybody. Skyler Lutes, August 24th, San Diego Music Awards. Vote every day, vote often. Thank you.